Good morning, YouTube. I am going to make me a freaking cup of coffee. And I will be with you guys in just a moment. Creamer. Cup of coffee. Break out the coffee machine. Ugh. It's early morning crap for the birds. Better yet, I need shit up. How about that? One more thing. And Donnie Newkirk was Buddhist. Uh, righty. Whew. Good morning, YouTube. I am presently somewhere in Pennsylvania. I stopped because that kimchi that I had yesterday is doing its job. I think it's realigned. Boy, that kimchi will realign your gut. That's a promise. And I think that's why I don't know if that's why a lot of Koreans have kimchi, but kimchi will realign your gut. Kimchi will give you a reset, and I'm amazed. I need it. But boy, because I do have a portable I do have a portable toilet in the trunk, but I don't want to overload it, so I stopped here. Kimchi will realign your gut, and I can tell. I forgot there was I should have googled it before I came on here. There's like a a diagram, a poop diagram, with what your poop looks like. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a poop diagram, and we are not taught as Americans, especially as Black African Americans, because I'm not African, I'm Black. Yeah, you originated in Africa. No, we didn't. We're our indigenous people. Yeah, you still originated in Africa. Um, but it was never explained how important having the right gut will fix the right, will reset. And boy, when you driving a truck and you get the gurgles, I'm reminded of I know too much information. I was training this dude, and he wasn't African American, and he had to go. And I said, well, the truck stops about 15, 20 miles away. He said, no, 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 pull over on the off ramp. And he pulled over the off ramp, and he grabbed my paper towels, and my man went, popped the squat on the side of the truck. We was, the off ramp it has a slant, so people are coming and looking. He didn't give a flip. It was a country dude. He did not give a flip, and I sat there and laughed because I know it's happened to me. It's happened to me. That's why the best. I, I think it was my birthday or something. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "I need a new toilet." Well, I look. You asked me what I wanted. I need a new toilet, and this thing has been the utmost blessing because of type 2. I urinate a lot. It's because I'm type 2, and plus I'm old. Um, it has been a blessing to have one. If you're a woman truck driver, you need to buy one. It's been an experience, but I'm feeling okay today. Coffee just brewed. Wow, I put less in the machine, and it looks even blacker. I love that, man. Shoot, God, I burnt myself. Well, I knew it was going to catch up with me. I can't help it. There's no way around it. I've got to check. It's an automatic payment. We come through right before payday. It's going to bounce, but that's all right. I'm coming home a little early for our anniversary. I got to go get the paperwork from the doctor and from not the doctor, but the hospital. The payment. I'm going to take the money out to pay off this operation I had 2 years back, and then from there, that's going to free up a little bit of money because you guys know it's been a struggle. Loads have went down, and I've been struggling. Um, I'm not used to having. I got a back-to-back load. After this, I pick up at it's in other words Arm& Hammer. Um, Pick up an Arm& Hammer and go to Kentucky. So I'm good. Let's see who's that. Good morning, Lucy. How you doing? I can see you now because I'm not actually not driving yet. Oh Lord Jesus, that coffee strong. Um, okay, we got. Let's go ahead and get going. The one hard thing about doing the job that I do is navigating these truck stops at night. I just left another one um, that I left to fill up. Um, I came over here because I didn't look for my proper fuel stop like a dummy. But these guys park everywhere and anywhere, and it's like driving through a freaking minefield. One guy was backing in, and they had to call the cops because he hit another guy. This this guys is no joke. I never knew. What am I? No, not never knew. I never believed that it was possible that I could do something like this. But you got to just take a deep breath, and you can figure it out. Um, it's not rocket science, but it actually is rocket science. It's angles and trajectories, and you got to get the right angle to get in between these trucks. And you can tell, and it's by experience. Like I know I can get in on the right, it's a double spot. I could probably get over, but I'd actually have to turn the truck around to get into some of these spots. But I'm not trying to stop. I'm trying to get down the road. Uh, it's presently 23 degrees. I'm ready for summer. I am ready for summer. Some of these, some of these new drivers, they're showing everything and anything, and demanding everybody to jump to their whim, especially the women. Nothing against you women, nothing against it. I'm not being derogatory, but you don't realize you don't know the game. But one lady had posted, I've been waiting here for an hour. And then they showed up. Well, you lucky. You lucky. I gotta go find, they need to come on. Oh yeah, okay. Welcome to the real world. The real world is they don't come on. You know what I mean? And it's nothing personal, but it's the real world. But the lady, she was saying, I'm not getting any brakes to my trailer. Any air to the back of the trailer. See, because in an 18-wheeler, pressurized air is what moves the brakes. You got to push pressurized air into the tanks in the back, and it will release the brakes. And this cold air behind weather, like right now, it's 21 degrees. If I hook up to a trailer and I know there's air going into the trailer, that means the brakes done locked up. And what you do is you take a sledgehammer, and there's two little tanks on both sides of the trailer in the back. You got to get under that trailer and whack on, not really hard, but you got to whack on it with a sledgehammer. And that will loosen up the brakes, and then you can actually drive off. You can do it. They'll lock up. I remember about 9 years ago, I was driving through Utah in the snow. My brakes were locked up. Didn't even know it. Blew like three tires. And I just had somebody was pointing to the back, and I looked. I said, "Oh shoot!" I was just dragging because it was all snowy. So but I was just dragging them because the brakes had locked up because of the cold. You know what I mean? And I ain't know no better. But now one of the things I carry with me is a sledgehammer in the side box. I carry a sledgehammer because you got to go back there. I've had to do it. I've only had to do it once, and that was in November. You got to go in there and whack on it just for a minute, not hard, and then you know, push back and forth, and it'll loosen up. These are things you know through time. This is going through the motions, going through the you're going through the movements. I'm good. But see, that's why when a lot of people they'll say, well, what are some suggestions? I'm going to be a new truck driver because everybody think you're making all this money. No, we've been in a load recession. It started before Trump. Has gotten worse. It's really bad out here. Like right now, I don't even complain, but I've still been able to pay the bills. If I had to sell all my freaking stock that I had about $6,000 worth of stock, and I've had to sell it. But it's called survival. But now I'm looking to get these credit cards paid down so I can have extra money to save and so forth and so on. And I learned my lesson. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know I paid double and triple, but I sure enough had fun using it. But now I slowly, like I was thinking the other day, I had $70 in the bank. I said I would put it on a credit card, but then I heard Mike's voice in the back of my head. That $70 is gonna be 200 after you're done. And I said, oh well, I might as well just put it on the debit. Just have them take it out. You don't think I'm gonna be listening, but I listen. I hear from people that have wisdom and people that have been through something. And I was like, hey, you know what? I can deal with it. I'll be all right. And normally I would be like, oh my God, it's going no. Y'all can wait. They'll send it through again. y'all can wait. Be all right. Ooh, Lord, delicious. I think I finally made the decision on what I am going to try to what's the word, propagate, or try to grow. And I've come up with beets. I don't know what kind yet. Whatever Walmart is selling, I'm going to get me some beet seeds and jalapenos. I'm going to get those, and I'm going to get that tray that, remember I was talking about, that you put a little water in it, and then you put the plastic top over it and let it germinate. I'm going to put beets and jalapenos. Those two things I'm going to eat or use. I'm going to start with that and see if I can get something to germinate. And I'm going that I can't wait. You know what I mean? Oh, and then I'm slowly going to start um, adding a few more things in this truck. Is because see, I haven't said anything, but I've been on my last leg with this company for a minute. I just never said that. think I passed the deadline. I know it was mid January of last year. I got into an accident and I crushed the bumper. And with this company, is one strike you're out. So at that point, I'm like, well, anytime that one strike, so why should I put extra stuff in this truck? Um, Really, towards the end of February, when I come back, I'm going to put my TV. I got a 34-inch. I'll put a TV in here and a few other things. And some better covers. Some better covers. I got emergency stuff in here now. What I mean? Emergency sleeping bag and stuff to stay warm and so forth and so on. See, a lot of folks, you just think everything is going to be hunky-dory. Like this one, and it's nothing against gay folks. This guy is very flamboyant on TikTok, and he know everything. He only got 3 months under his belt, and he's all excited about when he about to get he's almost done, and he's gonna be going local, and he's gonna be working for some Russians. Those are the last people you need to be working for. And I'm telling you from experience. I worked for a company called MGR. Liars took all my daggone money. And they changed your hours of service, which is against the law. If I run out of hours, I can't do nothing till the next day. They're like, nah, they'll put it right on. They'll change your computer and everything. That's against the law, changing your hours. No, we ain't doing that. You messing with my license. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up. If I stop talking to my own father because of my CDL, do you think I'm going to listen to anybody else when it comes to my CDL? I'm preserve my CDL. My father wanted me to come work for him and do hotshot loads, and he didn't want it was a $6 sticker, and it was something that I would handle. Because what people don't realize, when you get diesel at a truck stop, you're paying an extra 30 or 40 cents if the tax. That's what we as truckers, we pay. And, when you get a trailer, you register it to a certain weight. Well, my father registered the trailer wrong. And he said, you don't need an F. And he was getting all upset. And I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I even called the Georgia Scale House and explained what my father registered the trailer at, the weight, and everything. And he said, the officer at the scale, he said, thank you for calling me. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you come through my scale house with your truck and that trailer without an IFTA sticker, I'm gonna light you up. What do you mean light you up? I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of tickets, and they can take your license. They can do all kind of stuff. And if I stop talking to my father because of that, because he wouldn't bend, and I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. He wouldn't bend. No, you ain't messing with this. All I got. At 8 years old, this is all I got. So I got it like right now. You see how it's mounted to my windshield, but I stopped this to move that phone. Even though, like, at the end of the day, they'll have to check the computers. I stopped this truck, pull the brakes, put the hazard lights on, and then I touched that phone and moved it from a different mountain. You know what I mean? So I am working on my safety. I'm working on everything that has to do with doing the right thing, because it's not about talking. Everybody talks crap. No. If I'm content and I wake up every morning giggling and whatever, why would I want to mess that up? I learned throughout the years, you talk crap, crap gonna find you. Why would I want to mess that up? I don't. I just want to be left alone. I just want to survive. I just want to do the right thing. I just want to find a little bit of peace. Peace of what? Just peace, you know? But I'm gonna I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna be like everybody else. Like I said, I'm gonna do the jalapenos. Uh-oh. He's got that guy in front of me. He's got a blown tire and it's sparking. He don't see it. See, that's what it usually happens. They drive so daggone fast you can't catch up to them. Something is sparking on the back of his trailer. He don't see it. Oh well, can't do much about it. The thing about driving early morning, man, you got to have your wits about you because these other trucks can come up real quick, and your reaction time is a little bit different. Everybody else is hauling ass, and people are telling me, "Oh, you didn't notice that? See the guy blew by me? He didn't notice he's got a flat. That inner tire is flat, and then later on it's gonna blow the other one, and then he's gonna notice. He ain't noticed because he be thinking, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing." No, you just don't notice something way back there until it's a done deal. I don't have CB, and I really don't want one. Trying to figure out February. It's not going to be warm and it's not going to be cold. Better yet, you see that Trump he done threw down the gauntlet again. There's more countries that he ain't allowed to have a visa to come into. He ain't letting nobody in here. Europe is sending troops to Greenland because this dictator wannabe is he's trying to start wars on two different fronts, and he's putting our armed forces in the line of fire for bullshit. Or it's here, and I forgot. I just remembered a friend of mine was Buddhist. A friend of mine was Buddhist. And you got those Buddhist monks walking for peace, and everybody want to talk about them, but hey, that's a real thing. They need to walk for peace. They need to get. I don't know if any of y'all seen it that comedian did a skit about these mega churches down here in the South. these mega black churches. And here's the thing. This one guy did it on a video. He's supposed to be a pastor of a church. And he said he said the F, he dropped the F bomb and called them a fat, I believe a fat mother effer. Really, bro? And you supposed to be religious? You supposed to be religious? I should tell you something. A lot of false prophets. A lot of false prophets. Ugh, man. What the heck? Yep, yep. Yep. 81 and 64. Well, what do you guys have planned for the weekend? I can't plan nothing because this is what I do. Well, I'm gonna be sleeping and eating and driving. That's what I'm gonna be doing this weekend. Jesus. Oh boy. I'm trying to figure out. I think there's another storm coming through. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm gonna have to check the weather channel. But I think there's another storm coming through. Hope this is the last one. I'm glad I said I hope. You know it ain't. Oh boy. What the heck? Oh, right. I wonder what that was. Something's coming out from the left. Everything looks so weird at night. It's some kind of factory or something. Silos or whatever. Oh, okay. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a little quiet. Just trying to focus on the road. Probably gonna have to go grab him again. Oh my god. He trying to help me stay awake. Oh man, wonder. I wish they had such a. Yeah, actually, they do. I'm gonna have to buy me a little mini mop to get, start cleaning my floors a little better. They got that little mop with the little. It looks like a little sponge on the end of it. You can get me one of them. Man. Ugh. Okay. It doesn't look like it, but I'm slowly creeping up on this guy, so let me get over it. So that give me a little bit more space. Yeah, I'm gonna catch him in a minute. Do, 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 do. Really? Now I'm not gonna catch him. He's starting to speed up. Let me get over so I don't hog this lane. I'm actually, like I said, I said it earlier. I know something's gonna bounce, but my I used to have so much anxiety about paying and well, I'm like, well, it's just gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce. In 2 days after it bounced, I'm gonna get it. I'm going, my money's gonna drop in the bank account. Um, I learned it's been in the last 10 years that I had a problem with just dealing with basic stuff. I didn't realize that I just didn't want to deal with it. No one talked to me about credit. No one talked to me about paying. No one talked to me about sometimes you're just going to be broke. No one, I had to learn it on my own. And now that I've accepted it, deal with it. With it, I made the choice. This is what we got to deal with. I didn't know. I didn't know. And now that I'm learning, I'm to the point of better late than never. I didn't know that credit cards was the devil, but better late than never. I didn't know that when you lay sod down, you're supposed to prep the area, and you're supposed to water it 2 or 3 times a day for at least 2 weeks. I came back one year Milan was yellow, and I just dropped dirt on top of that, did some more. That's why Milan's so rock hard. But I built up the the soil level because it was all eroded away by effing up the lawn. I could have saved a couple of $100. I could have saved a couple of $100. Let's just we just go there. I could have saved a couple of $100 by just doing some homework. Right, grass is grass. No. Now I'm gonna keep that zoyalizing that I should. St. Augustine. It's too late now, but we'll see if it. I'm gonna get it past Augustine and put it in the left corner. See if it spread. If it spreads out, it do it do. Okay. Whatever's there alive, and just let it blend in. You don't realize that a lot of the stuff, and you can tell a lot of the grass seeds is 3 or 4 different types of grass seed anyway. Especially if you see it says shade tolerant. It's like it's perennial Kentucky bluegrass and turf type tall fescue. You know, Kentucky blue, boy, that stuff it'll hang in there. It will freaking hang out. I'm so surprised because I might get there's a app that you take a picture of if you think it's a weed or a grass or a vegetable plant or a plant and take a picture of it. The app will tell you what it is and you know what is how to fix it, how to bring it back to life, the whole nine yards. Oh shit, boy, boy. Oh man. Oh boy. See some there. 'Ain't too bad. I think I'll be about 40 miles from my next pickup, which is, I don't know, I've done myself. I got back to back load. Now I'm scared because tomorrow I ain't gonna have crap, you know? Yeah, we gave you a taste. Now you can lick these nuts. But if I can get another load, oh, I ain't gonna know what to do with myself. Oh boy. I was about to say like certain sayings. I was just found out that because I was gonna say, something. I remember there was a video that was talking about certain sayings, like give an example, pot to piss in. I don't have a pot to piss in. It means you're so poor you didn't have a pot to piss in. Because what happened was, I think it was like some kind of in the industrial age, there was some type they used urine for. I think it was like a process that you sold it for, your urine for pennies. You tell me that ain't nasty, but you sold your piss. And if you didn't have a pot to piss in, it means you were so poor you couldn't even save money to sell your piss. Ain't that crazy? We don't realize what goes on behind some of these sayings that we do. Boy, really do. Man, I'm tired. Not that tired yet to pull over, but I'm tired. I need the sun to come up. It finally happened. I woke up this morning. It used to happen to me all the time. I woke up this morning, Mike, and I looked out the window. I'm like, where am I? That used to happen to me all the time. I had to take a minute, like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I pulled it. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. I pulled over to a place. Was it Skeets or Sheets or whatever the heck. They got a truck stop, and then you can actually walk up the street to a Food Lion. I needed to get me a case of water and maybe some sausages or something, but I had to put it on a credit card. And I was like, yeah, no, no, I'm good. Oh, I can wait. Saying to myself, I can wait. Oh boy, what the heck? What the heck? Hey, Jakes, I can recognize the symbol on it. Good morning. Good morning. What's the temp down there in your part of Georgia? Because my wife was telling me it was a little bit nippy up there. I think we're gonna do something. We went. We stopped at. We went down to Savannah last year. It was a little. It wasn't summertime, and we were at the hotel and they booked us in a daggone suite, but we got it for a regular room. It was actually um, four beds or something like that. Oh, okay. You close to the temp up here in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. It's 21. Isn't that crazy? Um, that beach at Tybee Island was a little bit rocky. But the shrimp down there in Savannah is off the freaking chain. I'm just gonna be honest. The shrimp down in Savannah is unbelievably delicious. And we would stop at a spot and I bought some fresh shrimp to take home and iced it up and everything. Seen a shrimp boat. Those boats are pretty. They're pretty big. They're actually pretty big. Yep, 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 yep. It's so funny how Christians pick and choose their sins. But if you look, you ain't supposed to have what is that? Lobster, shrimp, and crab legs. I think it's somewhere in Leviticus or somewhere. You ain't supposed to have that stuff. But we be beefing with everybody. Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. But you ain't supposed to be having all that stuff. And I don't know about y'all. It just gets my boat. I just gotta say it. These people that do these food videos and they crunching and chomping in your face and they put their face all the way up on it so you can hear. I don't want to hear you eat. I really don't. I don't want to hear you talking while you eating. It makes the hair on the back of my neck rise up. A psychologist on here said that that's something. I mean, because I'm telling you, it's like scratching nails on a trump board. It makes the slow down. Oh boy, let's the AI camera just told me to slow down. Really? Left. I know I'm at right now. Ain't that crazy? I've had so much miserable times at this exit. So many lonely nights in this truck at this exit. Isn't that crazy? But now now I'm good. I used to be scared of being good. I used to be scared of being I no, not scared, petrified of everything being okay. Petrified of everything being normal. But what's normal? Shoot, if I know, it feels normal to me right now. Thank you, Jesus. Oh man. Normal is trying to figure out um y'all before I go on the cruise. I'm coming home a day early. Um would do some yard work a day early, pack that night, not a whole lot of stuff. And, I got to get ready to start painting certain parts of the house before the association sees what I see. Because I'm back on my game of getting ahead of the game before they see it. You know what I mean? I didn't know that we have a pre-approved paint. I got to go to Sherwin-Williams to get trim and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you're doing too much, but it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. We gonna get it anyway. Cause I remember I got a paint sprayer for Christmas last year that I even know it brand new. So Captain DIY is getting ready. Oh, come on, get out there. Giving you a chance, Goofy. Shit, slow down. They're going even slower. So now I got to put my hazards on to tell the guys behind me I'm going slow. Turn it off. Bam, bam, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. It's a shame to get excited on having a regular life. Should I say it like that? After 10 years of finally recognizing regular stuff. And, this is sad. It's so sad. I think my son is stalking me on TikTok because I have a no-name person that checks out all my videos on TikTok because I blocked them everywhere else. Why? Because he thinks Charlie Kirk is this saint. Not player. No, we not doing that. And I didn't bring you up like that. I didn't teach you none of that. And I told him I'm not going to allow someone in my life that thinks that a white supremacist is a saint. No, it's not. And he tried to use excuses. What if someone would have shot you? I said, look, you don't have to worry about your father. I'm not the one. I repress, or what's the word? Suppress some hidden demons that y'all don't even know about. I like being goofy. I like being happy. It's so funny. People make up new names like you sassy. No, you ignorant. Because I don't want to put up with your bull anymore. You know what I'm saying? I let my first wife treat me like trash, like dirt, because I swore up and down that God was punishing me and I deserved these penitence or penitence or whatever the heck you can call it. I remember that it took me years to come from under that, and I was like, nah, I'm done, and I'd rather be alone. And I went through the trials and tribulations of getting divorced and being alone. and trying to figure out, and it got really bad before it got better. You know, God will break you down to nothing. Cause trust me, I was at the nothing stage. God will break you down to nothing before He will rewrite some of your dumb decisions. If I look back, it was mainly my dumb decisions. I didn't see the red flags. I didn't want to see the red flags. I wanted someone to care about me. Now I got one. Normal, I'll be like, nah, I'm fasting. What you eat? What you eat today? Are you hungry? I come home. I'm still in trucker mode. That means I'm not hungry. I only eat once a day. Well, now it's twice a day, but I need to get back down to once a day. And next thing you know, there's a plate of food in front of your head. I made it for you. I don't have that wife that's like, I'm not cooking and I'm not doing nothing. Because when you have someone that do for you, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta up my game. I gotta do back. And people are like, I, a real man, dude. I met. Oh boy, I was in that dating stage when after I left the first, I get these ignorant women, real man. Dude, I was like, I got to the point of, do you have a pair of balls? Do you have a pair of nuts? No. Just stop telling me what a real man does, because you don't know. That's your fantasy. I'm still trying to figure out what a real man do. Oh, now I know the exit. I'm trying to figure out what a real man is. Still trying to figure it out. I think I'm gonna be dead before I finally figure out what a real man is. Because nobody gave us a playbook. We just following the dumb. We following the dumb example of other stupid people. Well, I don't want to be stupid. I've been stupid long enough. I've done so much dumb stuff that I forgot that when I want to do it again, oh shoot, I've done this before. I've done this before. Don't do it again. You know, I've done so much dumb stuff that I had to learn from it. God was like, I be whispering in, did you learn yet? No, okay. I'm gonna allow it to happen again till you learn. Okay. And I know God's like, I gotta let Darren do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. And okay, he ain't gonna learn till I put a beating on him. And that's when I learn. After I get a beating, a spiritual beating. And guess what? Once I learn, I'm like, It might be, did you know them credit card? Yeah, that's why I have the draw of no return. I put all them credit cards that I'm paying on now into that draw. They ain't never coming back out. Oh boy. Call it the draw of no return. It's my sock draw if anybody wants to know. I don't believe it. It's 21 freaking degrees. And I really can't throw the heat on, because if I throw the heat on, it's going to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold up. I forgot I had the daggone. I forgot I had the phone plugged up. I'm like, I'm gonna make the phone overheat. And they were like, where'd he go? Oh, jeez. we're down to an hour. Thank God. Probably we're just going to probably go till 6, and then I'm gonna shut it down. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Do, do, do. It's funny. You don't know what they do to your stuff. Like I used to eat Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm talking a ton of them, and I actually stopped eating them before I knew that I was a type 2 diabetic. And why do you say that? Because I picked up a load of peanuts in South Georgia, and the guy said, "Don't seal it yet." He went out there and came out with a spray can of bug spray. One of those foggers. If you ever grew up poor, and 'cause I've been in many apartments where we had to drop fogger bombs in the apartment and leave for hours, so all the chemicals would drop all over the place, and that was what happened. He'd drop a fogger in there on the peanuts to kill all the bugs, and then guess where I delivered it to? Hershey, Pennsylvania, where they make Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm like, and they gave me some. My stomach was turned. I'm like, nah, thank you. They left some in the back of the trailer. Hey, we left some in the back of the trailer, but I'm like, and I've been thinking about that every time. I'm like, yo, all these freaking, and I didn't know there was such a thing as, it's called forever chemicals. Forever chemicals and microplastics. And we wonder why we don't live long. Something, we're getting poisoned at like the molecular level. And these are chemicals that stay, I don't know what they are though. They stay in your body and you can't get rid of them. Do you guys know that certain marble is radioactive? Certain type of marble. Oh, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna have marble this, marble that. You might want to get a Geiger counter. You might want to get a Geiger counter. This is stuff that people not telling us, man. What the heck? Well, I just looked out. I was like, should I have turned off? Oh boy, the sun needs to come up. Microsoft. Actually, it's getting a little lighter. It doesn't look it. It's getting a little lighter. Boy. Hey, Mike, that lady, that company, finally stopped emailing me because, I kept on emailing, and now you done turn me off for that jack. I was gonna jack for my trailer, electric jack. That they, you sign the contract, we'll give it to you for free. No. Look, I'm still 2 weeks out from going home. I'm still 2 to 3 weeks out from going home. You think I'm worried about you, your goofy ass? Come on, man. keep sending me emails. I'm struggling to get to the next load. YouTube ain't paying me. Face sake. And if it was, I'd probably get like 50 cents to a dollar. I remember when we first got on, everybody, there were uh, so many people trying to get their channels going on Miss T with the T. And, you know, everybody was, you know, hey, come to my channel. And then we all would do it and say, why don't you watch my stuff? And I remember Urban Garden Chronicles, she said, no, the reason why I ain't come to your channel, because you boring. She didn't say it on Miss T, but she had said it on her channel. And that's how I learned the etiquette. If I'm going to beef, I go back to my channel and say what I need to say. I go back to my channel and say what I need to say. All right, let's get over. Let's get over and figure out what we need to be doing. Okay. What the heck? What the heck? All right. Hats off to Dre Lachey. She put the work in. I think she's up. I think she's up to 10,000 subscribers now. She's got a big number. She's actually got the thing sent to her. You know, when you get to a certain amount of subscribers, YouTube sends you that little plaque. She got one, and I'm like, I am so happy for her. She puts in the, and I told her, I sent her a message. I said, you put in the, she said, you know, the OC, she said OCD or something else, and had me cracking up because I'm happy for folks that put in the time and have little skits and do stuff. I'm too stupid to do a skit, but I like to. This summer I'm gonna do more mowing videos and more, you know, more stuff around the house. Like when that Monday or the Tuesday I get back, it's gonna be a part 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, taking stuff off of my parts, aerator and stuff like that. And you know, I'm gonna just start slowly building and doing what I want to do instead of doing the same thing. You know, because you see everybody be doing the dance videos and doing this goofy behind stuff. I'm not shucking and jiving, bro. I'm thinking about it as, you know, I got people thanking me. I'm like, for what? Well, I was wondering about this. I didn't believe that my Husqvarna, you know, that one's got 10,000 views. I did a Husqvarna review, and my John Deere is 7,000 and something else. So it's building, but you just don't give up. You just don't give up. You just gotta hang in there and persevere, and and then if you gotta change up, change up. That's what I'm doing right now. I use y'all to wake up. Wake up! It's Friday. Everybody like, oh, I got the weekend. I got the weekend ahead to Kentucky. That's what I got. I'm heading to Kentucky, but that's okay too. And then I think the the corporate headquarters for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they're moving. They're heading to Texas. Isn't it crazy? Jesus. Oh, what the heck? Oh man, what the heck? I would play some music in the background, but Mike always telling me it drowns me out, so can't do that. But we'll figure it out. Oh man, which way am I headed? What? I was, what emergency rations, if you got any? And I'm saying that because some of us are ex-military. Do you have anything emergency set up before something goes down? See, because we're so quick to be invading other countries, but we ain't gonna be happy till somebody starts shooting back at us in our own country. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that. They have it's a water filter that filters out anything or like dirty. I'm gonna start buying some of that stuff again. I'm gonna see see if I can invest in either a used one or a battery pack, a solar battery pack, something that can be recharged. Uh, because see, this idiot is. I would say that I'm would get some bullets, but man, bullets are expensive. I'll maybe get some rocks and slingshot at you. Oh, okay, Mike. I need to start. No, I've started. I've got some dehydrated stuff. I'm talking about. I've been talking about it. I want to get. I want to get a. I think it's like a 50-gallon bin. Yeah, I think you pay like $75 for it. I want to get a 50-gallon bin. I've said it before, and hook it up to the downspout when it rains and fill it up. So I could have like 50 gallons of water or something and then filter that out. Or I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out. How would I do that? How? Oh, Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. I see they had like a book on like a survival guide or something like that. But I need to start figuring stuff out because you just don't know what's going to happen nowadays. You just don't know, and it's always better to be prepared than to not be prepared. That's why I'm gonna try to start learning how to garden and get some of my own because this stuff's getting expensive. You know. Ow. Oh, alrighty. What the heck? I was gonna move over, but then now that exit is an exit only. That lane is an exit only. What the heck? Where are we at? Where are we at? Hey, must be money. So where we at? Where we at? Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate. Figure out a day going. I didn't think I'd be stuck in this drive loop of early morning, but it is what it is. I'd rather be driving in the morning and struggling to do this than driving into the night, which is very freaking terrifying for me. Okay, oh, let's see, where we at? So what do you have, Mike? Do you have like dehydrated food? This thing that I have in the back of the truck is a freaking dehydrator also. I got like a menu. I'm gonna see about what can I do. I'm passing by I remember I told you about Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm passing by right there right now. I wonder if they still have Hershey Park. Let's see. I'm gonna have to pull over somewhere. I'm gonna have to pull over somewhere. We have to pull over somewhere. We got to figure out where. Let's see. Where are we at? This. That means coming up on the rest. I think we're coming up on a rest area. Yep. Cool. That's what I'm gonna pull in. Oh shoot. We looking for this rest area. There it is. Oh, 1 mile. Almost there. Let's see where we at. Where we at? All right. righty. I forgot that. Let's see here. What's happening, guys? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because I need a little bit of like some loud music or something. Because when I gotta focus that hard, um, I'm about to hit the danger zone. And I gotta watch what I'm doing and sitting there focusing on talking to y'all, and I'm like, um, this stuff is hard, and you just gotta know you just gotta know your limits. Um, that's probably why I have a lot of beer when I get home. You know what I mean? But we're gonna calm that beer down too. Has its on, so I'm very thankful for another day, another moment, another minute. You're right. It's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm starting to feel it. Um, another day, another moment, another minute. I'm good. Um, I just like to start early so my day ends early. But you gotta watch. You gotta watch it. And then just start to catch up with me. I can feel it. Um, you guys have a wonderful weekend because all y'all get better work hours than my black ass. Um, thank you for hanging in there. Y'all, you just don't know. I appreciate the dedication. I know Jay's in the background. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna start working on some stuff to talk about and some new rants. Don't want, I like days where I'm quiet. I like days I can just drive, but because those rants eat me up inside. You know what I mean? Um, but you guys have a blessed weekend. I will see y'all Monday. Um, same bet time, same bet channel. That's for your old heads. um, as always, if you think nobody loves you, know that I love you. God loves you. Coming up in about an hour because we were early because I knew I was struggling. Um, wellness, we're going to take the stage. Positive affirmations and fashion sense. Any of you guys going live this weekend? Just throw it in the throw it in the messages for anybody who's going to watch the repeats. Um, and as always, think nobody loves you. I love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed weekend. See you on Monday. Deuces.